I never thought a forgotten library book would lead to one of the most awkward yet eye-opening experiences of my life. So last summer, I was cleaning out my room and found this old, battered copy of The Alchemist that I'd borrowed from the school library 2 years ago and never returned. The overdue fines had to be massive by now, right? When I finally had a free afternoon, I decided to brave the guilt and return it. The library was pretty empty, except for this quiet guy behind the counter who seemed a little too serious for a small-town library. I swiped my card, handed over the book, and mentioned how long I'd kept it. He smiled but then said, "Funny thing about this copy," and pulled out a letter tucked inside the last few pages. Turns out the letter was addressed to someone named M, but written by his grandfather, who had been a librarian here decades ago. It talked about how books weren't just stories. They were tiny vessels carrying pieces of someone's soul, memories, and lessons. I didn't expect to get a lesson about life from a library book return. I was about to ask more when the guy behind the counter spoke up. "It's my grandfather's letter. I've always wanted to find the person it was meant for." Suddenly, the whole quiet atmosphere felt heavy, almost sacred. We spent the next hour chatting. Turns out he was struggling to figure out his path after college, just like his grandfather warned about in that letter. It was weird but comforting how a random, forgotten book brought us together, two strangers connected by time and words. Before I left, I told him I'd keep an eye out for M, in case the letter was really meant for someone else. But honestly, I think sometimes stories find us exactly when we need them the most. Never thought returning a library book would teach me that.